What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you back here. See your pretty faces. Um, Today, I wanted to slip in a little small, quick video. I say that now, but wait till it starts to prolong or whatever. But no, I want to do a little quick video. I guess this will be my transition video to the video I promised before this one about the story of Adam and Eve and how and why I now understand the punishment God gave man. Because for the longest, it was kind of mind-boggling. It was bothering me for the longest. I'm like, okay, women complain about pregnancy to a point where they're like, they'll have a child, their first one, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I can never go through that again. Oh, that was so painful. And I'm looking at the punishment of man. Like, we work to the sweat of our brow, but I don't see no brothers or any other man out here complaining about, oh man, that overtime, man, I can't do it again. Oh, never again, man. Like, yes, work is hard. Granted, I'm not gonna say no man's gonna not knock it, but at the end of the day, we still go to the gym and work out to get that sweat on our brow, to get the sweat in our beard, and we dripping down. Like, oh yeah, we put in a lot of work today. Like, I'm gonna go back tomorrow, man. I gotta get these calves, man. I gotta get this tricep, this bicep, whatever. Like, we really are motivated by working out, by working, if anything. So to have a punishment like that, it was like, they keep saying, oh, man's punishment is to work the sweat of the brow. So I had to dig deeper into that mindset, go back to the story. And this is why I will make a video, because I'm going to go in detail and in depth on it. But with this video, the reason why I'm bringing it up now is because I figured it will be a transition video into that one, only because the story of Adam and Eve goes hand in hand with what I got to say for this video. So real quick, I know you've seen a change in background and scenery. We'll point it out real quick. We ain't gonna focus on the background, but yes, I know some of y'all was hating on my Eagles, haters. But nah, I got my Vikings out here too. And yes, I am a pilot, so I do fly. If you see that back there, it's the cockpit. Yes, I like saying the cockpit. Better than the flight deck. Actually, flight deck sound kind of nice too. But you know what, cockpit is kind of chill. It was like back in the days, original, man. We're in the cockpit right now, all right? You got to step back. Let me fly this. Let me fly the craft, all right? But no. Anyways, jumping back. Don't pay attention to the background, but I just want to change scenery. I'm going back to the story now. So this video, like I said, goes hand in hand with what I'm going to make in the future, probably after this one, about the story of Adam and Eve and the punishment. Excuse me, y'all. This video is pretty much the mindset of what came first, the chicken or the egg, when it comes to the cycle of the good girl gets screwed over by the bad boy, who then turns into a bad girl that screws over a good boy, who then turns into a bad boy that screws over the good girl. So that whole cycle right there, yes, it's almost like a circle, and it's like saying what came first, the chicken or the egg. But at the end of the day, there is a starting point on that cycle for it to continue to cycle, right? So, I was just pondering, I was thinking about it. I'm like, what did start that cycle? Because you'll hear a lot of girls complain and say, oh yeah, nah, he's just a fuck boy. He hurt me. He broke my heart. Like, I don't like boys. And then you'll hear boys say like, oh man, she's such a bee, and I don't mess with girls like that, man. I don't treat them right, man. I just pass them and just go to the next. And you hear both sides, and I'm like, dang. So then where did it start? Because you got girls saying it's the boys, and you got the boys saying it's the girls. So here's how the Adam and Eve story comes into play with this one. We got to go back to the beginning, how it all started, right? If we're going to talk about starting points, especially on a cycle, let's go back to the original start point. Who started it first? So let's see. Adam and Eve. Eve was made for Adam while Adam was sleeping. And as he was sleeping, God saw him alone, worked hard, and decided to create him a gift. And he then created Eve. Now, how this story plays into what I'm talking about with the start cycle is that Eve had one job, right? Pretty much help her husband, right? She's a helper. All she had to do was just listen, right? Just listen. Not just hear it, but listen. Women don't listen, right? Right off the bat, yes. Pow, I just shot it off. Women don't listen. Adam told Eve, we have everything: the rivers, the mountains, the oceans, the bugs, the critters, the animals. We got everything. God just said, all we got to do, stay out of that garden and do not eat the forbidden fruit, right? All she had to do, had everything in the world. Just think of it. She had a big ass mansion, all the clothes in the closet, all the shoes she could think of, the makeup, the jewelry, the car. She had everything, right? Just stay away from that shopping mall right over there. Don't go inside and don't buy no red bottoms. All she had to do. Why women don't listen is the punishment to why men sweat or work to the sweat of their brow, right? And like I said, I'm gonna go in detail on this one because this one needs a whole video by itself. But I had to bring it up right now and mention it because when it comes to that listening part for women and they don't do it, they already gonna start arguing with me and say that I'm wrong when I say the starting point on this cycle started with women. They gonna say I'm biased. They gonna say, oh yeah, you just a guy. They're not gonna understand how the logical mindset behind how I'm thinking plays a role. They gonna say, nah, you just think you know it. So here. Let me help you. Let me help you get that out of your mindset and understand when we say that it's women's fault first, you'll understand why I say it like this, right? Let me get it out your head. So, real quick, anytime a woman is wrong, it's almost like it's penalty of death if she just takes on that responsibility and say, you know what, I did it, I'm sorry. I don't know what kind of pride, I don't know what kind of ego, I don't know what the mindset is that women have to be wrong and feel like it's the end of the world. But when it comes to that, women cannot admit when they're wrong. And because women can't admit when they're wrong, there's not a lot of things we can get accomplished. Because see, with men, we can admit it. To men, being wrong just means you're not going to catch me being wrong again. You catch me wrong now, I've learned my lesson. Shame on me. It ain't going to happen again. I've bettered myself. I know the truth, or I know the right way, or I know how to do it correctly now. You ain't going to catch me off guard again. That's why men be like, you know what, my bad. That's on me. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean it. You know what? My fault. I didn't understand, bro. That's on me. So much to the point, men will even check other men. Like, take for example, right? A woman and a man, they're arguing. A woman can go to the guy's friends, right? So let's say husband and wife, to keep it a little bit more simple. Husband and wife, right? They're arguing. The wife can go to the husband's friends or father, any other guy, and she can say, you see what he did? Is he wrong or I'm wrong? And a man is more likely going to admit the truth, even if it goes against the man they know, her husband. They can say, nah, he's wrong for that. I can't believe he did that. Why is he? I didn't even raise him like that. That's not him. That's not what I taught him. Or no, come on, bro. You know you was wrong for that, bro. That was all on you. Don't even blame her, bro. That's on you. Men are more than likely are gonna just be on behind the truth, behind the right. But when it's in the play of the woman, let that husband go to that wife's sister, mother, any female on her side. That female because they all have the same mindset, don't want the wife to be wrong. She'll be like, you know what? No, you were wrong for that. That's not on her. That's supposed to be you. You were supposed to be giving her more time. You were supposed to be taking her out and treating her right. They're not going to be like, no, she's wrong. You're right on that. They're going to be siding with her even if she's wrong. See, the thing about women, they either want it 50-50 or they have to be right. Because when they're wrong, it has to be 50-50. It's like, okay, I can give and take. Like, I mean, okay, you were right about this, but there are three sides to the story. And it's like, it can be as right as green and wrong as red. And if she's wrong because she went through the red light, she will still say she's right. And she would be like, even if she's wrong, she'd be like, well, it's 50-50. Well, I mean, it was red, but I mean, I was in the middle when it turned red. And it's like, you're wrong, but there have to be three sides. So he punched that dude in the face. He's wrong. But to her, it's, well, did he ask for it? Did he deserve it? Did he do something? No, he's wrong. It is wrong and right. There's no three sides to the story. When women start saying, oh, there's three sides to a story, it just means that they know that they're wrong, but they're trying to make it so that they're not wrong. Hence the reason why I say women. You know, going back to that whole mindset that women don't take the responsibility to learn from it, for them to feel like they have to be right, that type of mindset is not healthy when a man has to lead in a relationship. And I know we were talking about that before, because if a man's trying to lead and take you somewhere, but you're trying to argue to have it your way or 50-50, then he's not going in the direction he needs to take you. Because instead of him knowing what's rightfully right, the path he needs to take that he designed, it's in his head that he planned out, you want him to submit or commit to what you feel is right, which won't make y'all go anywhere because it's not in his plan. That's why he needs you to submit. But we talked about that before. I'm just throwing in the story a little bit, only because this mindset of this listening thing, women, y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen. You know, if women were to listen, this is the reason why God uses a lot of men in the Bible. He uses more men than women. Like, it's very rare for him to use a woman. In fact, you can name the women he's used in the sense of there's only one. And the Catholics, they got it right in the sense of praising or praying to Mary, Mother of God, because honestly, she's the only one God done used. Like, you telling me a woman had the most majestic being, the almighty and powerful God's only son, you know she was doing something right. She was more than submissive. She was a listener, cooperative, loving, pure. She was, God said she gonna be the one to carry my. You telling me God couldn't have any more kids with anybody else down here? No other women? He had one only son. Like, he already seen in the future. He said, no, these women are not going to be growing up right. It's going to be something about modernization. They're going to be thinking they're men out here. I got to send my son now and let the world keep living. I'll bring him back, but there's only going to be one time he's going to come through one person, because she's the only perfect woman that I've made. That I have made. Like, you can argue and say, but Esther's a good. No, Esther wasn't used. Esther was just a beautiful story of how a woman who was submissive, sweet, kind, caring, was almost like a wise king. The way she acted and carried herself around, that's what makes her story beautiful. And if you don't know the story about Esther, please look her up. Like, if you want to know about a woman, you want a woman like Esther in the Bible. I'm telling you. And there's another woman that was mentioned by King Solomon's mother, but she was like a figment of imagination. She was saying, this is the type of woman you want to look for. So if that came from King Solomon's mother to tell him about a woman he wants to get, he didn't even say you got to get a woman like me. She didn't say you got to get a woman like me. She said, this is the type of woman you want to get. That's how much women they're not used by God, because y'all don't listen. You know, you can name men for days in the Bible that God done used. David, Solomon, Abraham, Moses, Peter, Saul. Like, The list just goes on and on with men. Why? Because we have a good head on our shoulders. When we're thinking, when we're in our thoughts, it ain't nothing negative against you. It's like the plan, the movement, what's next. With a mindset like that, a meditative mindset like that, God can work through us and be like, I'm going to send you this way. You're going to do this. I'm going to allow you to do that. I'm going to bring this person in your life and you're going to help them go here. I'm going to bring this person in just a life lesson, but you ain't going to know it now. You're going to get hurt. But remember, I'm doing it for a reason. God can use men. Women, nah, y'all just out the window, man. I'm telling y'all, like, if Adam could have done all men a favor, I promise you, we would have, everybody would just be so in love because we'd find our other half, and our other half would do exactly what God intended, which was to be our helper. And she would listen to us and love us and care for us to a point where we won't have chaos in this world. I promise you, we won't have chaos in this world. But women don't listen. Like, I can just imagine Adam in the garden. Like, for him to have ate that fruit of knowledge given by Eve, it's like, bro, like, what are you doing? You know the God who created you and everything you standing on and around? The oceans, the bears, the lions, the rivers, the valleys, the creeks, everything. You telling me you gonna listen to this petty little gift that just come showed you the apple? You know why she don't brought you the apple? Because women don't like to be ashamed. What's the opposite of pride and ego is shame. Misery loves company. So here it is. Eve done ate the apple, and instead of her just living in that guilt of I messed up, shame on me. Sorry, Adam, I didn't even mean to eat the apple. It was so tempting. You told me not to, but I just had to. I just wanted to figure it out. I tested it out for us. Nothing happened to me, though. But don't eat it, though, because God just said don't eat it. She didn't do none of that. She said, here, Adam, take the apple. Eat it. Nothing happened to me. And because why men, and this is why I say it's the most beautiful love story of all, because you're telling me as a man who was told by the God, the creator that created him, told him not to eat the fruit. You telling me you looked into this woman's eyes. You looked into Eve's eyes, knowing damn well that is the most wrong thing you could do. It's going to be like, there's going to be punishment behind it. But yet you take that apple from her and you bite into it, bro. That's love. That's love. I'm sorry to say it, but he really loved Eve well enough to be going against God. And that's why I say, men, we will sin for women. We go above and beyond for women. That's why our punishment is to sweat. That's why our punishment is to work to the sweat of our brow. We're not working for ourselves and in our own survival. We're working to not only get you women, but to keep you women and to raise you women. Right then and there. This is why even men die before women. This is the reason why the word widow has the former widower. Like, I thought the main word was the start, right? The main word is the powerful word, right? And then the derivative of it is secondary. It's like, okay, I mean, this can come from it. You're telling me widow was number one, meaning a widow is a woman that her husband has died, and then they had to create a widower off of widow? Like, come on, that means men die more than the women die from in the marriage. Men, we work for women. We work for women. So the love behind Adam biting into that apple, he could have just done us a favor and saved us all by just saying, you know what, God? Thank you for this gift. I don't know how and why you thought of me in the way you did and created this. Like, I'm so, Lord, the coochie? Mwah. Brilliant. Like, I don't know how you designed that, but yo, you did something really right. Like, oh man, thank you. Then you gave her some titties. Lord, I thought this was just like just pecs. Like, this ain't not just muscle. It feels hard and firm, Lord. But hers are so supple and sweet and nice. I like playing with them, Lord. Like, I touch them here at time to time. But anyway, Lord, I don't want to get into details about the gift. All I know is the gift you made for me doesn't listen. Now, I adore it. I treasure it. But, Lord, I don't want to get into trouble, because if she can't even listen to me, Lord, I don't think I'll get anything done down here. So, do me a favor. I don't want to ask too much. You done gave me the deer, the antelope, the hippos, the giraffes, the gorillas. You done gave me the ever trees, the red, the green. Lord, just could you make her listen? Please, just upgrade her for me, please, Lord. Just make her listen. All Adam had to do just is go to him and say, Lord, just can you just upgrade her to listen? And man, we won't be sweating, working to the sweat of our brow. Promise you, we won't be working to the sweat of our brow. We already enjoy working. We like enjoy working out and everything. But when it comes to the mindset of working, it's not labor. We got it all mixed up, ladies and gentlemen. It's not labor. Working is for women to maintain them, to keep them, to pursue them. Just think about it. Women don't have to do nothing but dress nice, look pretty, and attract us, right? And even if it's not look nice and look pretty, to be sweet and kind and just cooperative, lovely, to be a type of person that are opposite of our aggression, our toughness, our masculinity, our testosterone, to be that, you know, to be just that for us. Yeah, you know, it's hard down here when women don't listen. Thank you, Adam. I mean, that's all I can say, man. You could have really just prayed to God. Said the God just upgrade her for me, please. Just upgrade her for everybody out here. Now we working to the sweat of our brow to maintain these women. So we're pursuing them. They just got to be there for us to just go scoop up, burn our gas, get a car. If we're paying car payments, then we got to get insurance for it. We're paying for the meals and the dinner. We're going to have to buy some gifts, make them feel good and lovely. We got to do that for a certain amount of time until they actually choose us, because then we're in competition with other guys. So we got to put forth our best, meaning that we have to have the money to put forth our best, meaning that we have to be working hard. See, that's what it's about. We got to be working hard to get that money, to get them. Then we got to provide for them, because once you start doing that, you can't trickle down and tell men, don't start doing it off the beginning, off the bat, because they're going to expect that every time. And then it's true, because they've been expecting them dinners every single time. They didn't know you were courting them to try to beat the other guys out. But here it is. You got them. Now they're expecting dinners every Thursday and Friday and Saturday. They're expecting all them fancy gifts that you've been giving them. Because then all the other guys that were there, even though they were doing the same thing with the same mindset just to get her, she thinks they still going to do it. And then she'll go to them. And then when they ain't do it, she's going to say, oh, guys are just all stupid. Like, no. We working out here for this. And y'all don't even cherish it. Y'all don't cherish the effort that we put into planning a date, let alone pay for the things we doing. You don't care that I worked mad overtime to get this money, to buy this suit, to pay for this car, to take you out. You don't care. You that next few weeks out of the next few years. You got then like women. So here it is. Raising you women is another hard work. Now, I'm not going to go through, because I'm already starting to touch the details of it, and I got to make a whole video for this. So real quick, just to sum up the whole raising point, because I want to get back to that cycle. The raising of you women, it takes a lot, you know. First things first, y'all go through something called a cycle. It always plays in our cycle, right? Y'all go through y'all little cycle. Y'all gonna need some feminine products. That costs money. Y'all gonna want to look pretty and take care of y'all personal hygiene. So makeups, shampoos, conditioners, eyeliners, foundation. Y'all gotta get y'all hair done, curling irons, curlers. Y'all gonna need undergarments, because let's just say y'all lady parts are very fragile, very sensitive. Y'all not like boys where we could get away with, you know, a little bit of underwear. Y'all need, and y'all have more underwear than us. I mean, yes, it's healthy, because I know women are like, well, I don't sleep with a bra, but I mean, you need one for the day. But I mean, yes, it's healthy. You don't need to sleep with it, but you still need it throughout the day and For some of y'all, well, I like to, wear natural, let it hang. I mean, okay, cool for you, but I'm just saying, in reality, you need undergarments. Then daddy got to give you money to take care of you, because unlike a boy can go out and leave his house and start working right away. But as a girl, you're not supposed to be working right away. You're supposed to be preparing to be for a husband, which means that daddy has to be giving you money to go spend and just hang out by the mall, wait for Rico Suave to pick you up and try to wife you up. Daddy got to pay for yo and gives you away. I mean, yes, okay, it's not like that anymore, but that's how it's supposed to be. So either way, we were supposed to be working to the sweat of our brow. So hopefully I don't have to re-say this in the video I'm going to make, because I said a lot, but there's still more. Believe me, there's still more I got to say about the story of Adam and Eve. So we're going to talk about the different. So jumping back to the cycle, though. Women, y'all started the cycle. And let's real quick review that cycle. The good girl gets screwed over by the bad boy, who makes that good girl a bad girl, who then screws over the good boy, who makes that good boy a bad boy, and then there goes the cycle. And once again, you women don't listen, so y'all gonna want to argue with me, and I'm gonna just say it again. Hear me out in these facts. Learn from Eve. Y'all don't listen, okay? Y'all don't. God don't use women as much as he uses men, because y'all don't listen. Y'all not moldable. Y'all not being able to work with. And even us men, we're trying to say that, like, I need a woman that can be molded to my program, my structure, my lifestyle. Help me, come in my life. Let's do this together as a team, but be my queen. I'm gonna throw this in the Adam and Eve thing, but I love saying it, and I can't get tired of saying it enough. A queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard. She can make multiple moves and move anywhere. That's like my favorite piece on the chessboard, because I could take knights out, pawns out, bishops out. Like, yo, I be having fun when I get to let her free. As soon as I move my pawns out the way and my knights are in set positions, my queen is going everywhere, checking everybody. Like, wop, wop, wop. Yeah, like, what's the song, freaking Cardi B? That wop, wop, wop. That's how I use my queen on the board, bro. You kidding me? On top of that, you can add another queen on the board when he check one off. 2 queens? Come on. Like, look. The king only moves one space. Front, side, side. Even if you move in front, you can only just move them back. You can't move them even kitty corner. You can't do that. No, just boop, beep, boop, bop. That's it. But yet, the game is won by checking the king. So if anything, y'all queen are powerful. Y'all queens, multiple queens, or queen, all of y'all out there, y'all are powerful. But be with a man, a king, and don't let him get checked. Here it is. Eve let Adam get checked. I mean, the honorable by God, of course. I ain't knocking it, but I'm saying you the queen. We do anything for y'all, even bite into the fruit of knowledge when we was told not to. Before you, we will sin for y'all, and yet y'all can't even just listen. I'm telling you, it's the greatest love story that is overlooked. If somebody got to create a movie for that, or create some in-depth poetry behind how much a man can love a woman. What can a man do for a woman? It goes right back to what Adam did for Eve. He didn't let her be alone in that sin. He took that apple. Maybe he did look at the apple like, damn, my baby girl done screwed up, but she ain't gonna be on her own on this one. If God gonna punish her, he got to punish me too, because I love her that much. I'm taking that. All right, baby. Oh, God. It's her. See how he turned on her too? It's her. It's the woman he created for me, God. Like, how you gonna say that to God, bro? You ate the fruit, bro. Like, if you knew you was gonna be snitching, like, you shouldn't have. He got so scared. He forgot that God done create him and he said, nah, it's her, Lord. She convinced me. You created her for me, though, Lord. It's your fault. God like, oh, word? My fault. Say less. From now on, every single man gonna have to work for the. You gonna have to work. But he didn't say it like that. If not, all men would have been like, oh, what? Work for women? I'm going to stay single. Say that. Bro, you already made man single. We can survive on our own. We don't need women. I could pay a woman to have my babies. I don't need to be there with her. Y'all already taking child support. I might just pick one when I'm a billionaire and just be like, okay, boop, you do whatever you want to do with life. I just need like 5 kids out of you, 6 maybe tops, and then I'll pay you all the child support you need and the lifestyle you need to live and raise my kids right. I'm gonna just be out here sleeping around and do whatever I want, because that's basically what all these millionaires and famous celebrities are doing, just having babies and paying. They got the money to do it. So what valuable woman is there to stick with and stand by? And this is why I'm making these videos. We gotta change that mindset, because you don't want good looking men who are doing well and being successful to let y'all ladies just raise these kids by yourselves, because at the end of the day, the next man's not gonna want you and all these kids. He gonna want a woman that doesn't have no kids so he can have that family with her. So I'm trying to get this mindset out. So don't argue with me and just listen. Don't be like Eve. Listen. So when it comes to the cycle, good girl gets screwed over by a bad boy, who then turns good girl into bad girl, who then screws over good boy, who then turns into bad boy. It's y'all women. It's y'all women. I'm going to have to make a part 2 to this. I just realized Eve, and we haven't even touched the cycle part of this whole shebang, because here it is. You know what I mean by our women started this first? We have to go back to the past. We have to realize our younger selves. How do younger boys act compared to younger girls? Okay, maybe we don't have to do a part 2. We just gonna have to sum this up real quick with this mindset that it is girls or it is women's fault first, right? So we got to the youth part. How do boys act compared to girls, right? Boys are into themselves. They play with the toys. They play with the trucks. They don't really care about girls. In fact, they'll be like, girls, ugh. That's how boys think. Girls will be like, boys, I like Charlie. Charlie's so cute. That's girls. Girls like boys. So if boys are into themselves doing their own thing, but the girls like the boys, the girl started first. So that means the girl liked the boy, right? Okay, girl likes boy, but as they grow, girls get their value pretty much at the beginning, meaning their beauty, their purity, their youth, everything that a man wants, they start to get. So now these boys start to see the girls like, wow, oh, I like her pretty hair. I like her pretty eyes. And, oh, she's so sweet and nice. She shares with me her lunch, or shares with me her crayons. She gives me some of her fruit snacks. Blase blah. He likes girl, but guess what? He ain't the only one that likes girl, because multiple boys like that girl, because she's that same thing they like. Sharing the fruit snacks. Lovely, sweet, pretty hair, pretty eyes. So we're into the girls. But because girls start off so young with all that attention and they're so indecisive, they don't know how and who to pick. That indecisiveness leads to hurting young boys' hearts, because she can like Charlie, right? And she can be so into Charlie, but the thing is, Kyle likes her. And Kyle is something, I guess, cool, because he doesn't get school so well, so he just acts like a class clown and makes people laugh. And she loves to laugh, you know? So she likes Kyle. She hurts Charlie, goes to Kyle. Charlie sees Kyle as the bad boy. She sees Kyle as the bad boy. Charlie says, if that's what girls like, that's what I'm going to be. I don't care about girls no more. I'll be the bad boy. Charlie then grows into an asshole. I'm sorry, but he grows into an asshole. And he don't care about girls, because the one he liked and cherished and wanted, that's all he wanted, she had multiple guys to pick from, and she went to Kyle. And that's not even the end of it, though, because she gets Kyle, right? And Kyle really doesn't really care about her. Kyle's just being a class clown, being jokes, and she doesn't get all the attention from Kyle, but she likes it that way, because girls like the guy who doesn't give them the attention, right? The one who was giving her attention, she didn't like that one. But the one who doesn't give her the attention, Kyle, he's just too much being a class clown. He doesn't give her the attention. She still likes him, but he giving all the other girls attention. He likes the other girls, but she still likes Kyle. That's how y'all women be acting, right? So now he goes and he talks to other girls, and then she gets hurt by Kyle, and then calls Kyle, oh, these boys suck, and they're so stupid, and blah, 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 because she get hurt by Kyle, but Kyle didn't even like her, and Kyle went somewhere else, and then she becomes the bad girl, even though she was already the bad girl because she already done hurt Charlie, but now she's a bad girl now. She just plays boys. Hence the reason why girls started. Now I know, okay, well, excuse me. Women gonna want to argue and be like, well, there's a girl side too, right? Because girls can like a boy, right? And they can give him all the attention. I already basically just told y'all the story about how she liked Kyle and give her attention, but women still going to argue. So don't worry, I got this one. Let's just make this one up, right? Okay, let's say it's real. Let's say we'll use Charlie too. Okay, we'll say girl likes Charlie, right? And Charlie likes girl. So in this scenario, since they both like each other, Charlie, however, at a young age, boys don't get too much attention from girls. But because Charlie gets attention from Brittany, Brittany's pretty cute, Brittany's pretty nice, and Brittany's always pursuing Charlie, right? Doing things for Charlie that no other girl's doing. Not even, we'll call her Cindy and Charlie, right? So Cindy over here likes Charlie, but here it is. What did we call this chick over here? Dang, what's her name again? Brittany. Okay, Brittany, Cindy. Let me get these names right in this story. My goodness gracious. Brittany, Cindy, Kyle, Charlie. Got it. All right. So here it is. Brittany over here, though, is pretty much making Charlie feel like the man. Brittany's making him cupcakes for Valentine's Day. She wrote him a nice, sweet Valentine's Day card. She remembers his birthday. And here it is. Charlie feels just so good. And he's like, I like Brittany. So Charlie doesn't like Cindy anymore. Because why? Boys don't get attention from girls the way Brittany's giving Charlie the attention. So of course, you know what Charlie's gonna do? Go with Brittany. This is why they say, you saying when he leaves, the next good one's gonna come, and it's like, no, not really, because here it is, the next one right here that's coming that you thought was gonna suck, you thought you was the best thing ever. She's doing way much more than you. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's doing laundry, she caters to him, she's giving him that attention. Why do you think Charlie finna go with Brittany? Men, we don't get that attention, that love, that catering to. So of course we're gonna choose that one. But y'all women gonna see that as, oh, he a cheater, oh, he went this way. She was giving him all the attention. She was showing him like, look, no, I'm the girl you want to be with. Like, period. She was showing him, I'm the girl you want to be with. But yes, it does break your heart, but it doesn't make him the bad guy. That's just a learning scenario for you to understand that, one, it's gonna be easy for you to get the next guy. Cindy's still pretty. She's still sweet. She still shares her fruit snacks. She didn't do everything Brittany did, but she could learn from that extent to a point where she's like, well, that guy's just not meant for me. The guy that's going to be for me, because all the guys are going to be chasing you still, Cindy. It's not like ain't no guy going to touch you. Unlike guys, where it's like, ain't no girl going to come around mess with us. Like, you know when you go holla at a girl, right? Like, let's say they in a group at the mall. I used to be at the mall. You'll see a group and you'll talk to one girl. You'll be like, hey girl, like dang, you look good. Like, what's your name? Who you came with? And she'll be like, bye. And she do this little ugly ass stank face like she actually was attracted, but you just wanted to pursue her to give her a chance. And then as soon as she do that, you just move over because you're aiming for your future partner. And you just move her to her friend or her sister that's right next to her. And you be like, oh, okay, well, hey, how you doing? And then she goes back and pulls her sister or her friend like, don't talk to my sister. And then she pulls, like, she just cock-blocked the shit out of her best friend or her sister. And her best friend or sister going to be so goofy and listen to that person and be like, and then walk off. And it's like, okay, well, you lost something that could have been great for you. But just because a guy approached that one person didn't mean that it had to be that one person. We're out here looking for ours. Y'all not approaching us, so we gotta approach y'all. So of course, if you're gonna say no, I'm gonna go over here, and if you're gonna say no, I'm gonna go over here until I can get mine. Women don't see that. Women see it as like, it's because you said no, your whole clique said no, like, and then all of y'all be following that one friend, not being able to have men. Y'all all will be single in that same group looking for a man, because that's how y'all work, and y'all don't want to break that. Y'all don't want to listen to men when we telling y'all these things. Y'all don't want to listen to us. But anyway, that was a cycle. That was a cycle. It starts with the women. You know, a man breaking a girl's heart or a woman's heart, it's completely different than a woman breaking a man's heart. And like I said, I'm going in depth because this goes way back to the Adam and Eve. But I'm saying it now because when a woman breaks a man's heart, we literally have to start from scratch. Because like I said, we're the ones pursuing y'all. We got to work to the sweat of our brow. We have to put in a lot of energy to take you out on a date, pay for the date, provide for the date, protect you. We got to do all of this while y'all just have to show up. Y'all just got to say yes to a man asking you out. Y'all don't have to ask no man out. We have to ask y'all out. And all y'all got to do is just say yes. So for a man, when we have to restart from scratch, knowing that everything under that umbrella of the woman we loved, she going to be getting dicked down by another brother doing the same things either I was doing, that I was going to do, or that I already did. You know, it's like, and we can already imagine it, like he gonna be flipping you, splitting you, bending you, ripping you, all of that in a bag of chips. And it breaks us down like, I can't believe you cheated on me. You let that happen. You let somebody just mark their territory, you know? That's how it is. It hurts us, and we break down, we gotta start over for a girl. Whereas with you get broken, I promise you the next man's in your DM. Like, what are you crying for? This probably the most sexiest man, the most good looking man, the most big dick slinging man in your DM, waiting for a response for you to just be like, okay, let's go out. And you think y'all get heartbroken? Get out of here. Get out of here. This is why the cycle starts with y'all women. It's y'all bad girls that screw over good guys who then turn into the bad boys that screw over the good girls. That's the cycle. So that was this right here. This video has to be the transition into the Adam and Eve story. This is my second time mentioning it, but this next video I make, y'all stand by for it because it's about to be huge when we get in detail and get down to the point of this sweating or working to the sweat of the brow and y'all little pregnancy labors, and why men, y'all need to stay tuned on this one, because I gotta tell y'all, if y'all want to live longer, there's a cheat code to it. So stand by on that one. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you if y'all have been watching my videos. If not, y'all will one day, because this ain't gonna be the last you hear from me. Other than that, I enjoy making these videos, so I'm gonna just keep doing it whether y'all watching or not. I'm gonna just be putting them up. So regardless, I don't care if y'all not watching. Y'all can keep hating. Do I got anything else to say in this video about the cycle? No, just stay tuned for the next video after this one. It's gonna be about Adam and Eve, the greatest love story from a man's perspective, and what that punishment means to us now, especially during this generation in these modern times. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Love y'all. Y'all stay healthy, fit, and God bless. Yeah, peace out, y'all.